Welcome to Tiny Hands Big Dreams here on the homestead in southern Ecuador. Happy Monday morning. We have a busy week ahead of us. I would say as always, but it's actually far busier than normal because if you don't know, if you haven't seen the last several videos, we got roof for our house. Not all of the roof, but a good portion of the roof, which means we get to start working on the house again, which is amazing and wonderful. It does mean we're extra busy though, because all the other things that need to happen are still on the list. A lot of it is weather dependent, which currently, is that nice? Oh, it is nice. Currently it's nice. But while it is nice in the morning, it is also raining every night, which means the ground is still sopping wet and disgusting, making things like gardening really hard. At this point, I think I'm just going to don rain boots and do it anyway, because we need to. So that's on the list this week. Mostly house, all the normal life things, animals, cooking things from scratch, content creation, all the normal things that happen every day, plus building a house, plus all the other stuff. So it's busy. What are you making?
Well, these are heavy-duty door hinges to go with our existing door. Our doors are made of rebar mesh, and they just have pieces of bent rebar. So I'm simply making
Our goat house doors, right?
goat house doors, a thing that can bolt to the beams, and then the hook rebar goes in and then rides across this top. And actually, we used it for Mister because he's a giant stanking poop head who beats his house senselessly like some sort of idiotic, thinks he's a ram or something. Anyway, he blew his one up, so we put these on, and they seem pretty much indestructible. You could probably drive a car through these, and it would stop. And they're cheap. It's just some leftover tubing from a job, some holes, bolts to the wall, holds the doors real secure. Isn't so tight clearance that there isn't a little bit of wiggle. They have a little bit of play, which works out. Yep.
Hi, Sally. How's your grass? How's your grass, Sal? So we're not totally sure what's up with Sally. She can get up. She just doesn't want to. One of her legs seems to be giving her trouble. Eli said he pulled a stick out of it the other day, and it just, he's bugging her. I don't know what exactly happened. I don't know how to fix it. I know, Sally. I know. So for now, we're giving her grass so she can just lay there and eat grass. And then we get her up every once in a while, make sure she's okay. Without knowing more of what's wrong, it's kind of hard to fix it. What are you doing, child?
We had a big wood stack here. Most of the wood here wasn't super good, and we had a board going right here to the long beam there, and it broke, so all this wood that's rotten is now there, and it's collecting more ants. So I am disposing of it. It means taking it from here, down the path, and then on the water path, and then down the hill.
You're just getting rid of it?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Rotten. There's beetles in it.
Yeah.
He's a pretty beetle.
Okay. It's good
It's
cleanup.
not light wood, it's heavy.
It's good cleanup.
Yeah.
It's an incoming tiny goat. Wanna try out your new door? That's really more you trying it out, kid.
Opens really.
Whoa, it just opens.
It works very well.
Don't make me sliding around in the mud.
The digging of mud down there helped when I did that the other day.
Oh, they just close.
And now it closes. Now I don't have to awkwardly.
That's so fancy. It's one of those small things.
That's awesome.
Little fixes, but now she's much, much safer. Otherwise, this was sort of, this top piece was all like splayed apart. Eli had to like wind her rope through it at night. Now it's not going anywhere. And there's Mister. Hi, Mister. Do you need something over here? Do you need something? Do you need something, sir? No, goats. Alright. More wall. More wall to go. Hold the wall. Let's see. Monday. Dropping the phone. Monday. Was a Monday. We didn't get as much done as I had hoped. Some days are like that. Day's not done, but I'll be up early tomorrow. More wall. It's a terrible face.
Yeah.
Alright. I just wanted to say job well done for Eli. All the wood mess is gone.
All I have to do is dig up all the wood and mud.
Ew.
Just little bits of mud and wood put together.
That's gross. Was the beam that went across rotten?
Yeah.
Oh, so we wouldn't have wanted to use it to stand on.
I tapped it with the sledgehammer. It went crumble, crumble, crumble.
Oh, okay. Good thing we didn't try to use that.
3 pieces.
Wait.
I cleaned around that post. Hopefully it won't rot and fall down.
Good job, child.
Now there's just weeds and ants that are mad.
Well, if we get rid of the weeds and the ants, I can use this to build more walls. Because it really is just mud down there in a giant pile.
Yep.
This is a solid example of Tuesday. Just gray and rainy. Pretty much the entire day. I did manage to trim this tree. If you remember, this was a giant tree that we once cut down and it resprouted. It got a little out of control and was shading everything, so I gave it a haircut. It's a solid haircut. This will all go to the pigs. So essentially, I've given a tree a haircut and made bacon. Not bad. In the meantime, we are doing projects inside, and since Chris can't put up the roof on the new house in the rain, he is making door frames. Woo! From wood, from a tree that we cut down on our property. It's pretty cool. Eli's gonna go haul things up to the pigs. Make them happy. And then, honestly, it's kind of a boring day. What? There's only so much that we can actually do when it's raining. Not that much. So, some canopy work, unless it's raining really hard and then it blows in. Normal, just life stuff, dishes, food, cleaning, homeschool stuff. And I can work on walls in the house because now we have roof. So I'm probably going to head up and do some of that. But that's about it for today. It's not that exciting. Some days just aren't. The real question is if they like this particular tree. I know everybody says pigs eat everything, but honestly they don't. There's plenty of greenery around here they don't like. I can't tell. I might just nose it around for a bit and then give up. We shall see. Oh, nope, they're eating it. I can see their little faces. Can you see their faces? Nom, nom, nom. That's a face of a nomming pig. Nom, 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 nom. Nom, nom, nom. Oh, Eli's getting pig dishes out for me. That's good times.
How about an update on the kiln, or kilny, as it's been affectionately named? Kilny is coming along. We finished the doors, we finished the firebox, we're working up into the dome, headed for about here, at which point we will build an exhaust stack that goes up through the roof. We have polished out the inside. We keep coating it with slip, and then rubbing it with a smooth stone.
So shiny.
Yeah, well, it covers, there's a lot of wood chip in this mix that should burn out to carbon in the front and stay as wood chip in the back. And in both cases, it is a thermal insulator. But I wanted to put a barrier coat between the fire and the wood chips, so we're using just slip with a little bit of sand, and we just put several coats on, so we don't just have like burned pockets, any more pockets. But it's getting there. Like, it's starting to look like a thing.
Oh, it's green.
There's been some earthworm activity, some mushroom activity. We had a chicken stuck in here the other week. She just silently was just gonna sit in here and die forever. Luckily, Eli went and like, I'll just look in the kiln. There's a chicken. Stupid chicken. Anyway, there's faster methods to build this. This is probably the slowest method of do a layer, wait for it to set enough to put the next layer on, do another layer. But it is amazingly solid. So we've had good luck with it so far. So maybe another few weeks, and then we'll be doing exhaust stack. That'll be exciting. We'll see what we can melt.
If you heard a few weeks ago that Tiny here, hi Tines, she had a premature birth, and we were super worried about just her health in general and whether she had a retained placenta. Turns out, seems like she did, but she also managed to sort of resolve it on her own. I mean, I say that. We didn't use any antibiotics or anything. We did some natural remedies and just watched her and took her temperature, and she seemed to pass what she needed to pass and resolve it, which is really good. We were really worried about her. So she is sort of back to her normal self, plus milk. So it's all good with her. I mean, as good as it can be. And then we will try again in a few months, or whenever her milk starts declining, then we'll try and we'll breed her again and see if it was just a one-off first freshener issue or if it's a larger genetic problem, and then we'll deal with it. But she's good now.
So on the agenda was clean everything that was stacked in here out. There's usually barely shuffle space around the pile. It's all sitting in the canopy. This is most of everything that's supposed to go in a normal house that we don't have space for. And my tools and stuff. Now, the thing that has moved in here in Tennessee and never moved again is my old table saw. 1984 Craftsman. Yep. I have built it a lovely little stand that holds a planer. And then we have a chop saw. These were the tools that I bought instead of actually buying pre-made countertops in Tennessee, which I then spent, I don't know, a year trying to build countertops. It seemed like an equivalent deal at the time, but I still have the tools, so we're ahead that. I paid for it with my time. But I spent hours yesterday trying to make a pair of 2x4s that was a log, that was rough cut lumber, that I then had to split with it was the cheapest saw at Home Depot. Literally, I think it was $36, like circular saw. And that's like pretty much it. There's a chainsaw, there's a circular saw, and some small hand tools. That's all we've really used. And then I got the joiner out and promptly blew the blades up. And that was a huge bummer. But I'm getting to the point where I'm doing the windows and the doors and the things of the house, which I didn't think I was going to get to for a while, but that's honestly what I was saving these for. But yeah, it's time to drag this all out and see if I can't. I really just need the table saw. That's what this is all about. Because then I could actually take some of the wood and rip it rather than a cut and a cut and a cut and flip it over and a cut and then a joint and a joint and a thing. And hey, I made 2 2x4s to make part of a door frame. Hard on me, it's hard on the tools. Take forever. So, digging.
There's a teeny tiny little bit of blue sky. That is promising. Our canopy is Can't decide if it's cleaner or more messy. It was cleaner for a minute, and then we pulled everything out. I made a little spot. We don't have a ton of room in here. It's like our only dry storage space. So we are doing what we can.
While cleaning, the wife says, "Hey, your bag is growing something." That's interesting. There's nothing liquid in that bag. Okay. There's random, I don't know, extremes, but there's something wrong here. So I come in and I dig it open, and there's stickiness, and I figure out it's an unopened tin of Altoids. Unopened. I was saving these because I liked them, and I thought, I'll just hang on to them for a while. I'll get nostalgic one day and I'll crack one open. Factory seal. What happened there? Absolutely nothing in here got wet. I had papers in here. I had something. It was in a factory wrapper. They died.
And the project continues.
Okay.
We may have to do a review on the old Delta table saw fence. The grade continues to drop the further we get into this project. Saw, 27 inches is its total standard. Fancy deck, 27 and 3/32. Okay. Random bits of like, oh, this looks nice. Random bits of steel underneath, rusting because they simply used raw steel underneath here. Yeah, it's just raw steel. No paint, no powder coat. None of the hardware is. It's so far. They just took scoops of random hardware bins. It's not what it says on the thing. It's not really what's needed. It's not sufficient for any application, especially what's on the directions. Packing was totally insufficient to make it. This was actually the second kit. The first one he sent back because it was literally just scattered all over the yard. Like the guy just swept it out of the UPS truck. I'm like, yeah, that's not going to work. Second one shows up. This one's all dinged up in places too. Yeah, right where you start a cut. Yeah, it's great.
Not pleased. This was supposed to be sort of a quick thing to put together.
A piece of angle iron over here, so the actual tube rail doesn't sit flat. It sits at an angle because the inside of angle iron is not dimensionally accurate. The outside is, but that piece you use the other way. Yeah, so we just added some washers to space out for 27 inches and 3/32 to try to fit the table, which still isn't going to fit. We still have to drill all new holes because I got 4 holes here and 3 holes here. That's whatever. Maybe it was made for some other thing, and those holes actually fit something. There we go. As long as you're holding it in place, it's fine. We have to mock it up.
It doesn't act. Yeah, okay. It kind of fits.
And then we have to mark holes, and then drill new holes, and then mount this way, of which there is no actual holes. You just sort of. You can use a little clamp. Another one if you got it. Just above the surface. There you go.
Okay.
This is where we realize it's rainbows. Oh, it's really obvious, isn't it? Oh, wow.
You can see the wood line here, and then it ducks down over here and over there. But if I go...
Oh, it's so obvious. Huh.
Quantify.
Quantify what? Oh, amount of terrible? Oh, yeah.
That's fun.
Quantity of fail.
That's a lot.
Precision tool.
Alright, I talked about this before. These weeds, all of these weeds, these right here. I mean, we've got some other stuff in here that's less bad. But these, nobody likes these. And pretty much everything green you see in this shot right here is the weed nobody likes. Sigh. It seems to be the thing that took off in the rainy season instead of everything else. And this is supposed to be goat pasture land. So, I need to do something about that. Plan is to put a static compost pile somewhere in this corner. Yeah, why not? Oh, that's bright sun. That is lovely. Now, we prefer to do the forced air compost, which we've talked about before, but we don't have that set up right now. And I kind of need to get this stuff dealt with. So I'm just going to do the static and hope that with lots of sun, it will get nice and hot and break down decently well. So we'll do layers of the weeds for nitrogen, goat shavings and poo, and layers of that and the weeds and chicken poo. Hopefully that turns into soil because we could use more soil. So I'm going to do that for a while. And that is the hopeful beginnings of more compost, more dirt. Yep. Eli has already cleaned out a goat house for the day, which is actually, we've just been sprinkling shavings sort of everywhere, just so it's not bare earth. It helps a little bit. But every day he will sprinkle his shavings on here, and we'll add the chicken poo that falls through the coop floor, and then we'll just make delicious lasagna that will turn into hopefully delicious soil. This seems wrong.
Seems wrong.
Oh God.
Can't have bad bones.
Oh God, that shakes things. Whoa. So, when taking off plastic to get ready to put up battens and more roof, I don't actually know if you can see that. There is rotten rafter. Nobody likes rotten rafter.
Yeah, I'd talked about it before in some videos. Like we have to get roof up. We're starting to have some mold issues places. I guess we've been mostly lucky and nothing's been too terrible. But these three rafters are the largest span of the entire house. They span over the kitchen. I've got a 15-foot open span. These can't be weak.
Yep.
So
we've got to replace it.
yeah, it's more than a quarter rot. It could be a third.
All right.
Okay. Lower it down to the ground. Don't let it fall. Don't let it slip off.
No.
That's really bad.
Oh yeah. We don't. No, it's squishy. We don't want that.
I'm gonna need somebody to get this out.
You want to try a big red in a chunk of wood?
Yeah. What the heck am I doing today? That's an excellent question. Whatever I can is always the answer. I'm supposed to go and install some electrical a week ago, and then this week, and now we don't even know. So instead, I get a call to go and work on posts at a neighbor's house. He's cut cement things, expose the rebar inside, except that's secondary. And then, oh yeah, what's first is, hey, I have this derelict old chicken roaster that's been sitting unused for, I don't know, we don't know, a long time. Make it work. It needs new bars. Oh yeah, and I destroyed the brand new roaster at my restaurant. So there's always the word just. Cut down the old bars and make them fit the new one. Well, okay. This is thin stainless. I have great hesitation, but that's fine. Make an adapter because it's a square drive rotisserie. Turns out they used 1/2-inch socket drive extensions. And since I don't want to sacrifice one of my drive extensions to cut down to make new bars, actually make two, so it would be two of them, I fabricated one out of some old rebar. Yep. And then, oh yeah, clean the whole thing up, re-weld the door on that I think he tried to weld. It's going to fall off. And then paint the whole thing and bring it back today. When you're poor, you just say, okay.
So while Chris is working today, which we're super grateful to have and be able to work and have some work, I'm doing a whole bunch of random stuff around here. I'm working the gardens. I've kind of put a quick pause on building walls in the house. I'm just at a good point to pause. And it's another sunny day, which means the ground's starting to dry out. I finished the steps. Well, I finished like filling in the steps that go up to the house site, and then we're going to start rocking that. Starting to work on the gardens again, just all those outside things, because it's a beautiful day. But first, now I've shown you down here before, those are our septic tanks. If you saw our last video where we talk about the creation of like all of our utilities and things here in the very beginnings of the property, those are our septic tanks, still going strong, very covered in weeds. So this is off of our driveway. This is the sort of new section of land we've discovered that has cacao. Had cacao? Has cacao. Oh man, they got the yellow one. All right, so this was once laden with beautiful green cacao. We were waiting to ripen. Do you see a lot of cacao anymore? No, not so much. There's just a few. So Eli was all up in arms because his cacao was disappearing. And he comes down and he checks it and he's so excited and waiting for it to ripen. He's like, no, they're gone. What, they're gone? Something eat it? We've had some sort of little rodenty thing. We think it's a mouse opossum. We've seen it. It was actually bugging our house. They're super cute. Do I want them around us? No. But they're super cute little rodents. Marsupials? I think they're marsupial. So I'm like, well, maybe they're just chewing on them. Nope, all the cacaos are gone. Now, if you have never held a cacao pod, they're heavy, they're big. They're like, some of them are like 10 inches and heavy. Okay, well, what's taking them? So we're like, okay, well, we'll put, where's Bob? Bob. I don't know why we named it Bob. That was Eli. Bob. That's our Rio link. Did a whole video on that. We're really happy to have it. It has been really awesome. So we stuck Bob down here because we're like, oh, well, we'll see it at night. I'm sure there'll be something. So we saw a possum the first night, which was not getting the cacao, but okay, it's a possum. There's other stuff down here, okay. And then we checked it one morning. Now we checked it at around, I don't know, 8. Well, you'll see when it happened, but about 8:40, we checked it, just like on a whim. We checked it about like the night before, of like, oh, well, something was here maybe the night before. Nope. At 8:30 something in the morning, a tyra shows up. Now, if you have never seen a tyra, they are not a weasel, but they look kind of weaselly. They're kind of cool creatures, but yeah. So we have a tyra we have to fight off now. Didn't know he goes for cacao. Mostly a carnivore. Definitely also likes cacao, apparently. And just ferociously rips them off the tree and runs away with them. Yes, we have considered trapping it. It's a lot of work. Where this is just very awkward for traps. It goes up a tree. It's also, it seems very intelligent and skittish and like it's not going to fall for a trap. We do have a dog. So, yesterday, we hear the dog just sound off. We were all up at the house site. Dog's down here in the canopy, and he's just rah, 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 rah. And he has a particular bark for when he wants to go chase a thing. So I'm like, well, yeah, we have to go down there and let him go. Like, oh, I don't know. Well, Chris had his phone up there with us, and it has the Rio Link app on it. So he goes and he looks at it, and he's like, no, there was a tyra. So we go down, we let the dog go, and he just chases off after it. Now it's been, several minutes, so who knows how far the tyra got by then. But our job now is to let the dog go. Every single time he barks at something, we're like, nope, just let him go. And if he chases it off enough, maybe he'll go away. Maybe. But I mean, this was just laden with cacao, and it just rips it off right here. Oop. Let's focus that. Right here at the stem, just rips them off. There's more. Now the next one he's probably going to go for is that big guy right there. It's real big. I really hope it doesn't, but I may not be able to get the ones out on the smaller branches up there, but right here on the trunk, oh yeah, it'll take it. How you doing, kid?
Hot.
It's hot.
Yeah.
Alright. Another thing I'm doing is up-potting some plants because there is still hope that the rainy season is over enough that I can actually put things out in the world. I've got multiple sizes of tomatoes going, and peppers, and more tomatoes. Got sweet potatoes, all kinds of things. But most interestingly, I am rooting, what are these? Maracuya. Passion fruit. Now all I did was cut them. So I actually put them in a little bit of rooting hormone, and they actually rooted. Ah, the caterpillar! Ooh,
Well, they're everywhere. It looks like they're eating your others.
Go away!
There's chew marks out of them.
I know, I killed one already. Caterpillars are just killing us right now. But they actually, here, let me take. Alright. So some of them root better than others, but there's solid roots on them. These that I only cut one node. I left one node above ground. They didn't root quite as well. 7 out of 11 rooted, but 5 out of the 6 over here, oh goodness, but I left 2 nodes here and here above ground. Yeah, 5 out of the 6 rooted, and they look, honestly, they look really good. Except for that one. That one didn't root. But the rest look really nice. So I think going forward, I will definitely do the 2 nodes. But how cool is that? We can just propagate them for ever and ever and ever. Endless maracuya?
What?
Endless maracuya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A few hours later. Scrubbed up, repainted, door reattached, the hinge is literally falling off. Custom adapters made.
That's pretty nice.
Chickens will cook. That's it. It's like it's... I have polished the turd. Honestly, it should work pretty well. I think that was from a washing machine, that motor. Yeah, it could really use a guard so people don't mangle their fingers. Things here are optional like that. I even went and oiled up some of the little tube bushing things they built because it's probably never been done. And that's it. Ship it. There's a day. Maybe I can get paid.